Hello teachers and welcome to the MiniTUT series. This is Give Me 5 Book 2 Unit 6 and our Lesson 1. That means vocabulary. So let's jump into it. And something special about this particular unit for Book 2 is that this is the last time we're going to have such few words, okay? It's actually verb phrases, right? Phrasal verbs if you want to call it that. But it's 8. The next unit on will be 10. So, okay, just as well that this is 8 because with these phrasal verbs, there's a lot to get to know. Now, you can throw them up on the board, which is fine, but what's really important for you as the teacher is to make sure that the kids understand the verbs, not just the nouns. So, that is an important part of teaching this vocabulary for this unit. Now let's take a look at the strategies as to what we could do. One way to do it would be to have putting it into categories of the seasons. So now you have to teach the seasons: spring, summer, fall and autumn, and winter, okay? And once the kids understand what spring is, you can then say, all right, boys and girls, choose what activities we can do in the springtime, okay? And boom, you can throw them then on the board. Now, as you can see, I've got my verbs over here. Smell, smell, plant, plant, okay? Go is pretty easy. Now, I'm not going to go to the beach in the spring. I'm going to go camping. So go to the beach, go camping. Celebrate spring. You can do whatever you want in the spring. Here, I'm not going to celebrate Halloween, obviously. So I want to make sure that I'm able to extend some of my students' knowledge with regards to the seasons, and in this particular unit for Book 6, I'm allowing them to recycle some of their knowledge, and I'm going to extend some of their language. Now, I will then ask them to think about summer things, okay? Now, of course, I'm not going to smell the flowers in the summertime. I'm going to smell summer rains. I'm not going to plant seeds, maybe. I'm going to plant new flowers because, the season is now passing. So I'm going to put the flowers that I've now grown into the ground, let's just say. I'm not going to eat hot cross buns. I'm going to eat ice cream. Celebrate Halloween in the summer? Maybe, okay. It's October, right? So maybe that's the fall. Whatever. You get the idea. I'm not going to wear new clothes. I'm wearing light clothes because it's summertime. So again, I want to extend and I want to recycle some of the knowledge that they have. Now we can do for fall and for the winter. Now, teachers, you can see something really, really important. Oh my goodness me. There is a ton of content on the chalkboard. Too much content, in fact. Okay? So, we're not going to choose every single phrasal verb. We're not going to choose everything. We're going to select only a few. Now, when we select a few, of course, the way that we set it up is really, really important. Now, this is Book 2, Unit 6. We're not so much concerned about pronunciation. We're more concerned about them being able to use vocabulary and apply it in the grammar structure later on, in the sentence patterns later on. So we want to get them to recycle their knowledge, and we need them to understand the content, but we're not worried about pronunciation and or memorization so much. This is Book 2 after all. So the kids have been studying for at least a year and a half by now. Or around that much, at least that amount of time. And not just with Give Me 5, but with other books as well. So, as I mentioned before, we've got the verbs on the board, and boom, we're going to throw up the vocabulary. Then we're going to underline smell, plant, finish. What are chestnuts? Maybe not all kids know what chestnuts are. They need to know what celebrate is, what you can celebrate Halloween, you can celebrate a birthday, you can celebrate anything. And then open presents. Now, some of these are kind of idiomatic. Finish school, what does finish school mean? Huh? How do I finish school? Well, of course, finish doesn't mean to finish it or to erase it. It means to break up or take a break, okay? to take a break from school. So I've finished my 1 year of school. I've completed it. And now I'm going to take a break and I'm going to go on summer vacation. So I've completed my school. So that is the meaning of finish school. Now I'm going to open presents. What does that mean? Well, of course, it means to unwrap, okay? Unwrap and then open the box. Open the box that my presents came in. So again, you have to help your students understand these idiomatic phrasal verbs, okay? Because it's not obvious just by looking at it. Okay, so once they understand what the meaning is, that is totally cool. Now you can throw in the seasons, and maybe you can ask them to review the seasons. If they remember it, good job. If not, that's okay. You can write it on the board. But what you're going to do is you're going to say, all right, Bobby, stand up, please. Bobby stands up. Bobby, what is the first season of the year? And maybe Bobby will say spring. Good job, Bobby. It's spring. And then, of course, Bobby sits down. Then we have Sally. Sally, stand up. What's this one over here? And Sally says, autumn. And you say, uh-oh, it's not autumn, Sally. Anybody else? Sally sits down. Jenny, stand up. Jenny stands up. It is summer. Good. Jenny spells summer, S-U-M-M-E-R. Good job, Jenny. Sit down. And, of course, whoopsie, you must give the students their points, okay? So once you've elicited that from the students, okay, boom, throw it up on the board. And make sure to include the American as well as the British English. Otherwise, students might get confused when they're looking in different textbooks, if they're watching a different movie. And some parents who are adamant, some parents who only know the word fall, might say that the teacher is wrong by teaching autumn. So please, teachers, teach both vocabulary. Okay, now we've got our categories. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use spring as our model. So I'm going to say to my students, all right, boys and girls, what can we do in the springtime? Teacher, we can go to the beach. Okay, maybe. Eat chestnuts. No. Finish school. No. Teacher, we can go camping. Yes, good job. You can go camping. You either give the student 1 point, or if you're going to ask the students to write it down on a piece of paper, of course, you're going to then give them points once you've collected the piece of paper. But in this example, I'm just giving students points. Once I am satisfied with the response, I'm going to write it down under the category spring. Once I'm finished spring, boom, it'll look like this. Ta-da! Now, I have written down eat hot cross buns. Okay, so obviously that is something that we can do in the West. That is something we do for Easter. It's an Easter tradition, definitely in the springtime. I've also written down here, celebrate Spring Festival. So no matter where you are in the world, you can celebrate spring. If it is in Thailand or Vietnam, Taiwan, China, or even in America, or South America for that matter. There'll be spring festivals all around the world, UK. And so I've just written down something sort of generic or something broad, something large, and celebrate Spring Festival, any spring festival. Because I want my students to be focused in on this vocabulary: start, eat, go, celebrate, and wear. Because now we're going to move on to the next category. All right, boys and girls, what can we do in summer? Teacher, okay, boys and girls, what can we start in summer? Okay, we started swimming in spring because we want to swim in summer. So we can start, what can we start? Teacher, you can start blah, blah, blah. Yes, good job. You can start learning piano. You can start a new book. You can start whatever you want to start, okay? And then boom, throw it up then on the board, okay? So yes, we've got starting football. And now, because I want to extend their abilities over here, I'm going to throw in finish. All right, boys and girls, what can we finish? We can finish, teacher, we can finish school, because of course I showed them already we can finish school. We can finish the novel, we can finish the book, we can finish, and of course you're going to get some jokey students. Teacher, we can finish homework. Homework that you started in spring, you can finish in the autumn. All right, teacher, you can finish this, finish that. Good job. Now, I'm satisfied as a teacher. I'm very satisfied because I now know that they understand what is the word finish. And we can finish preparing for blah, blah, blah in the winter time. Okay, And that is how we are going to build up our chalkboard. So we're going to start something in the summer and spring, and we're going to finish it in the winter and autumn. All right, boom, whoopsie. And then we are going to move on to our next thing, and then that would be, let me just move on to this one. All right, boom. Then we have other things that we're going to do. We're going to eat hot cross buns, we're going to eat ice cream, eat rice bowls, eat hot pot, whatever it might be. Obviously something seasonal. Go to the beach, go to the mountains, stay at home, celebrate. Celebrate whatever. Now the idea, of course, is for students to be able to substitute anything that you want them to. So we're only going to celebrate Halloween in the fall and the autumn, but we're going to celebrate different festivals in the summer, different festivals in the winter. We're also going to eat different things in different seasons. So make sure that the students are able to then use their vocabulary that they already know, as well as plug it into this new vocabulary here. Okay, teachers, so that is now just the way that I would approach vocabulary here for Book 2, Unit 6. If you wanted to do some spelling games, that's up to you. Writing games, of course, that's up to you. But in this particular example, I want my students to get used to recycling their prior knowledge in the vocabulary and phrasal verbs that we have on the board. Okay. So teachers, thank you very much for watching. I hope that this was useful to you. Good luck with your teaching, and yeah, catch you later. Bye-bye. Hope you enjoyed that, and thank you very much. Good luck, and catch you later. Bye-bye.